Here we go. Back from a little break here, about a few days. So we're back into streaming again, doing Star Wars: The Old Republic, the Trooper, play through the story as well as all the other bonus content in Star Wars: The Old Republic. Um, yeah. How about that NFL playoff weekend? Yeah. Well, I was about 1 for 4 on my picks this past weekend. So yeah, ouch. I'm not good at picking winners, I guess. So don't bring me gambling. How about that? So, and don't rely on me on picks and whatnot. Let's continue on with Republic Trooper story here. We're still on Coruscant. Gonna try to get out of this place here hopefully today. Maybe move on to I believe Paris is next. But first, God, I'm not looking forward to this. The more stuff? All right. Oh, I got more stuff? No. Oh, wait. Got 2, huh? Yay, more stuff I can't use or need. I don't know why you can just open all stacks at once. It's not like it's a shared thing. It's a shared thing over your account, these things. Just because one character uses them doesn't mean they can't use all of them. Whoa, there's that weird bug again.
I've got good suppliers. Only the best sold here.
All right. You say that. Huh? All right, so this part I haven't studied for. It's the we go to the Senate Tower and we do the inquiry, and this thing is going to be, ugh, I hate this one. Is it? Best for the trees befallen us. I love that. Uh-huh. So that was the girl we helped the last mission, or the woman, excuse me. Okay, so the first one here from Nick, obviously the girl was going to try to escape because, well, she was in an abusive relationship. Why not escape? The other one is the woman, the senator we helped. She realized that after a while that she was obviously doing wrong. Let's see what this one is. Okay, I believe this is about the alien cyborgs. Operation claims on the 12 cyborg implant confirmed. Several advanced prototype implants recovered from labs. However, post-mortem autopsies recovered data, no signs of successful implantation. So, we just killed those people for no reason whatsoever. And Garza was okay with that. That's on her conscience right now. I don't know why I'm driving. I can just fly over here. I do look like I'm Republic police, not like Republic military with this outfit on. Alright, so upstairs is this inquiry, and I hate this thing. This is like the most annoying part about the Troopers quest. Coruscant is probably the worst part of the Troopers quest. Once you're done with Coruscant, things can get a little easier. You just gotta pick and choose what you want to give away and what you don't want to give away. You gotta remember, you are basically... You're almost in line with the Imperial agent in keeping secrecy from your fellow people or other people that are helping. And God, this one gives me... I'm feeling butterflies in my stomach already because I hate this one so much. Because I feel like I'm going to just screw this up royally and get everybody in trouble. Here, this is what... We'll just put it out here. This is... There is probably a tutorial online or another... a guide to tell you exactly, hey, do it this way. Oops, I missed a door. But anyways, let's see how this plays out.
Lieutenant, make yourself comfortable. On behalf of the Senate of the Galactic Republic, I want to thank you for appearing on such short notice for this informal inquiry.
I'm at your service, Senators.
I assure you, we will not hold you from your duties any longer than necessary, Lieutenant.
The purpose of this inquiry is to investigate the defection of several members of Republic Army Special Forces Squad number 326,
All right.
codenamed Havoc Squad, to the Sith Empire.
Now, you recently served in Havoc Squad on Ord Mantell, Lieutenant. Is that correct?
We have to say correct.
That's right, Senator.
While serving on Ord Mantell, all of the members of Havoc Squad, excluding yourself, defected to the Sith Empire. Is that correct?
If you're looking to make a point here, just say it.
Lieutenant, you are a soldier of the Republic, and sworn to obey the commands of the Senate.
Whoa.
Please, we're only trying to discover the truth. If critical members of the Republic Armed Forces have defected, we'll need to take proper precautions.
Now, did Commander Tavis or any of the other members of Havoc Squad show signs of, say, instability, anger, frustration?
I don't believe there were any such signs, Senator.
Lieutenant, let us speak hypothetically. Do you believe that
Nope.
anyone serving on Ord Mantell
Nope.
should have seen this situation coming?
I don't think anyone could have seen this coming, sir.
Commander Tavis and the others must have been quite subtle indeed. I have one final question, Lieutenant. What connection, if any, exists between the events that occurred on Ando Prime and Havoc Squad's decision to defect?
Senator, I would remind you that the circumstances of Ando Prime are classified and occurred before the Lieutenant's involvement in Havoc Squad. You may ignore that question, Lieutenant.
As you wish, Senator.
Your part in this inquiry is concluded. You may return to your duties now.
Duty.
Goodbye, Lieutenant.
I don't know if that was good or not, but we'll go back to... God, there's a lot of senators here. I don't know how many senators make up the Galactic Republic, to tell you the truth, in the Old Republic or the New Republic or any of the republics, to tell you the truth. I mean, is this a more of a Senate of each galactic planet, or is there senators representing each territory on each galactic planet? Because Naboo only had, like, what, 3 or 4 representatives for Naboo?
This place is even more impressive than the holovids. Hard to believe we'll be reporting here from now on.
You got that right, Jorgen. All right. I had to make a executive decision a little bit later in the game. I mean, a lot later in the game. We're gonna go light side in Knights of the Knights of the Fallen Empire, just because we want to show you the light side of how to do things in that in that program, because we did the dark side with Never Am I a long while ago, and I figured let's just show people what happens when you do things, you know, not killing Arkan and, you know, letting Senya live, etc. You know, trying not to give in to the Emperor, but we'll see what mood I'm in when we get to there, which is going to be probably a few dozen videos in advance from here. This is a long game. All right. God, floor still looks goofy, huh? All right, here we go. Let's see how Garza says. She's probably going to be upset.
It's good you've arrived, Lieutenant. We have a great deal to discuss. First, let me congratulate you for your work on the Black Sun operation. You did well disabling that nerve gas. Also, that prototype blaster you confiscated will teach us a great deal about the Black Sun sources.
Glad to be of service.
And whatever you hope to achieve with your Senate testimony, you certainly didn't make my job any easier.
It's my duty to tell the Senate the full truth.
Our top operators have defected to the Empire. That should be a much larger concern to you than playing it safe with a pack of bureaucrats.
I must have
On
screwed
to
that
more
up royally.
pressing issues.
I screwed
My
that one
agents
up
have
royally.
discovered a vital new link to
Oops.
Havoc Squad here on Coruscant. Jack Carden, the founder of Havoc Squad and Commander Tavis's former mentor, has been spotted on the city's lower levels. He's serving as an officer in a local vigilante group.
Is Carden tied with the defection, General?
Carden resigned his commission and disappeared after the debacle on Ando Prime. If he's turned up now, it can't be a coincidence.
Consider Carden neutralized, sir.
If possible, I'd like you to capture Carden alive. If he is involved in the defection, he could provide us with invaluable intelligence. The vigilante group Carden is working with is called the Justicars Brigade. They control a large area of Coruscant's lower levels and are openly hostile to all outsiders.
Why do we tolerate these hostile groups here on Coruscant?
Most areas are safe. These sectors are the last pockets of lawlessness, aftermath of the Imperial attack.
Ah.
Our surveillance shows that Cardin spends most of his time in the Justicar's main base. You will attempt to capture him there. Cardin is a crucial link to Tavis and the rest of the Havoc traders, Lieutenant. Bring him in no matter what it takes.
I'll have Garden back here on the double, sir.
I'm counting on you, Lieutenant. Dismissed.
Like it's a big deal. It just always gives me that little bit of anxiety trying to do. Dang, that was a lot of stuff to get for one quest. No, you're not getting. Ark ain't getting squat from me about all these cool things.
On your feet.
Whatever. Alright. God, I got stuff I gotta throw in the legacy thing. So, like I said, I don't know. I obviously biffed that up royally because she gives you that kind of snarky response if you screwed up royally, and whoops, I screwed up royally. So, but I never get the right one correct. If you resist telling them things, she gets all fussy about that because now they're gonna press me even harder. But there was a time I believe you could get all the right ones picked, and she'll say you did a decent job, but I could be wrong. She might tell you they're wrong every time. There's a lot of quests in there that make you feel like, oh, I didn't do that right at all. In reality, you just did what the writers want you to do.
Welcome.
No need to stress over it. So, all right, here we go.
Have a safe and
The
pleasant stay.
Justicars. So the Justicars are basically a group of how should I put it? Kind of like if the Punisher was a member of the homeowners association or something, where they or like the neighborhood watch, only gone a little bit more military, with military grade weapons and so forth. They basically think that they are the law of the land, but it's a little pocket of area where obviously Republic security doesn't go to, and or police or whatever you want to call them. They're basically on their own and trying to hold things together, but they're extremely hostile towards people that don't belong in their territory. They patrol the streets. They reduce crime, but at what cost? That's a thing. I got that now. All right, good. I don't get another thing is I don't get the map where you've been somewhere and yet some of it's blue and some of it's not blue. Like, I don't know if this was just future expansions or just, I mean, I get this map. This is basically showing you where you have and haven't been, but I just don't get the overall map. I do like the new map. I don't like the mini map. The mini map was a lot better the way it was, and they just kind of biffed it up.
A bunch of ex-soldiers take over the streets and call themselves Justicars. Sounds like nut jobs to me.
I agree with you there on Jorgen. I think he's Scandinavian. Jorgen. So anyways, I like how they're all hostile toward you, even though they really shouldn't be hostile towards the trooper. They think they'd respect the trooper because, well, I'm a military personnel, so why not be more kinder to military people? That would be kind of goofy if they were all non-hostile to me, I guess. At some point when I'm off camera, I might take a Mockalist around, level them up with, doing some heroics. Trying to at least get a couple levels here so I can keep up with the plant leveling and my character leveling. Okay, there's a you can hear it faintly if you turn up the volume. Hey, he's going for it right there. Cuddles with guns. Yep. So there's a holocron up there. I've gotten it before, but it takes a lot of bouncing and crap to get up there. A lot of the holocrons in the game are in plain sight, but you have to listen for them, and you have to work your way around to get them. And there's a whole guide online of where to find them, etc. You can see them sometimes on the ground. There'll be like this white shiny thing, and like, ooh, okay. I showed you about that one in the previous video on Coruscant. That one is probably the easiest one to find. All you have to do is just go up and touch it. Did I see that right? Yup. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, man. Oh, jeez. Sorry, BioWare. I'm sorry. I see things like that in Skyrim games, and I see it in here. I'm like, ooh, that bums me out a little bit. Oops. Somebody didn't complete the skin, I guess. Can I walk past it? Yep. Oh, my scavenging is way up there. Okay, I guess I don't really need to do that too much anymore. Okay. We got a long ways to go through here. There are some side quests to do here, I think, but I don't think I picked them up, so... Or at least I don't think there was any I could go for. It's not like I want to do all the side quests anyways. I love stealth. Just avoid so much needless combat. This is one area of the facilities I don't care about. I mean, I do like they have little medical spots to sell crap. Actually, I probably should sell crap right now.
Report your ailments.
I don't care about that stuff. I need this. Where's the other one? This one? That's not bound to legacy. Okay. That's fine.
You are fit for duty. Return to your post.
Okay, we're almost there. So anyways, after the war, the Justicars kind of formed their own military slash neighborhood watch. I don't know if I said this or not, but every time I see this thing, I think it's the TARDIS from Doctor Who. Even though I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be a restroom of some sort. I don't know, I can't read Arabic yet. Whatever it is, it's mirrored. The wording is mirrored up top, so I have no idea if that's just the way it's supposed to look like, or if just somebody kind of just threw it up there, but I can't read Arabic. I really don't know exactly what that says. That's one of my goals for this year, is to learn the Star Wars language, Arabic. The written language. Obviously, everybody speaks basic, which is English, but Arabic is the written language that, you know, they do, and I would like to understand what these signs mean, if they actually mean something, or if it's actually straight just gibberish. I'm trying to sneak in here, which is what I like to do. It avoids all this needless violence. I mean, if you want experience, go for it. Just murder everybody. But if you saw my World of Warcraft playthrough on on Twitch a long time ago, I know I didn't save any of those videos, but if you'd have seen it, it would have been me just running around hiding from things and just snipping past people just to get to my objectives. That's what I like about stealth-based characters. Star Wars does good stealth. World of Warcraft does good stealth. Skyrim does okay stealth. And I'll say this every time, but Fallout 4 stealth, nope.
You listen to me, Cardin. Helping you has already put my operation at risk. You will do exactly as I say, when I say, or
you'll what, Captain? I'm not one of your lock-stepping drones. This part of the op is mine. End of discussion.
How dare you?
High five, no.
Intruders! Put those blasters on the floor, soldiers. Nice and slow.
Imperial soldiers. So you are a traitor. Just like Tavis and the others.
You're gonna pay for what you've done, Cardin. You, Tavis, everyone.
Not gonna happen, soldier. Now drop that weapon before... A Havoc badge? Is this a joke? No. You must be the new recruit Tavis told me about. So you survived after all.
Where is he
Can't say
pointing
I'm
this
surprised,
blaster at?
honestly. Havoc always did recruit the best.
I'm not interested in compliments from a traitor.
It's not treason when the Republic betrays you first. It's self-preservation.
Where is
I'm
he pointing the
impressed.
blaster?
I didn't think the old lady would send someone after me so quickly. After all these years, Garza still hasn't lost her edge.
What are you waiting for, Cardin? Kill the whelp! Or do you lack the true resolve to fight for the Empire?
My loyalty is to Tavis, not to your Empire and not to anyone else. You want the trooper dead? You take care of it. I don't kill good soldiers. I'm heading down to the works to make sure everything is prepped.
You aren't going anywhere.
Do yourself a favor and die now, soldier, before you get in any deeper over your head.
But the story has a story. Don't shoot!
Open fire, men!
I like that. Ghost in the Shell, just stealthily get out of here.
Up and at him.
Come on, die already. Brained his butt. What's that? Garbage, okay. Come on.
Come in, Lieutenant. Is it my imagination, or were those Imperial soldiers you just fought?
They were Imperial soldiers, sir. Now they're corpses.
Imperial soldiers in uniform operating on the lower levels of Coruscant, and Republic security knows nothing about it?
Oops.
Incredible. We need to learn more about this link between the Justicars and the Empire. If they're hosting our enemies, they might have some useful information for us.
Shouldn't I be chasing Cardin, sir?
We need to know where exactly Cardin has gone before you can pursue him. All the more reason to search the Justicar base for information. Surveillance shows that the Justicars have their primary computer terminal in that base. Find the necessary access card and activate that computer terminal. My technicians can then slice in and uncover everything the Justicars and Imperials have been up to.
I'll take care of this immediately.
Good. Garza out.
Alright. So now we have to go back to a different room, which is all the way over there. I keep forgetting you can do this sometimes. When you're stealth, you can use your rocket boots. Kind of like sprint in World of Warcraft. Come on, Jorgen. Let's do this. Not the most interesting story, but oh well. Eventually, they all come to justice. By justice, I mean but the blaster bolt to their head. A lot of the people here die for really dumb reasons. Like they could have, all of them could have surrendered at some point, and they go do wrong. Spoiler alert! Oops. Should have let you know that none of the Half Squawk members survive. I think. I want to say Tavis survives, but I could be wrong. He's obviously the last one you catch. Fire act. Oh, that's right. I have to murder some people, I think. Yeah, okay. Okay, here we go. Come on, disappear. There we go. Oh, they all have an opportunity to have an access card. Is there one by themselves? I like them a little bit closer together so I don't have to run around and shoot things. That's about close enough as you can get.
Target neutralized.
I think it's right. Nope, guess not. I was hoping it was this room, but oh well. Did anybody else hear gunshots? No? Okay. There is another gun I have in my collection I use for the Imperial Spy, the blaster. It's this one right here. I like it because it looks like really looks like a silenced pistol from like the James Bond movies and everything. I wish it didn't make noises when you shot it, but it's pretty cool. Since we are undercover, but I do have to give it up for the blaster. It looks like a freaking, you know, bad A gun. I think we have to kill a lot of people in this room, unfortunately. Yep. Okay. This is gonna be one of those crazy moments here. I wish I had that other ability. I don't know when I get it. Look at the combat proficiency tree. No. It's no. What? When do I get that ability? It's a cool ability. You spawn like these razors, and they basically just float around you. It's pretty sweet. Oh well, it must not be a talent tree point or whatever. It must be something else. Like eventually you get it when you get a level. Yay! More dialogue.
Good work, Lieutenant. My technicians are accessing the Justicar files now. Patrol schedules, supply manifests, prisoner records. Ah, Card and you. I think we've found what we're looking for, Lieutenant. You have a new target.
Just tell me who and where.
Cardin had the Justicars work with the Imperials to hijack and rebuild an abandoned Republic communications relay down in an industrial area called the Works.
That was weird.
Apparently, Tavis and his followers are using this relay to route all of their interplanetary communications. If we destroy it, the traitors will be completely cut off from one another.
Taking the traitors down will be a lot easier if they're isolated.
I'm sending Sergeant Mathen to bring you the explosives. You'll need to destroy the relay. He'll rendezvous with you shortly.
Dangerous ops are always the most fun.
One last thing. Cardin didn't seem to mesh with the Imperials. I don't think he's as convinced of their supremacy as his protégés are. You're sure to find him guarding that comm relay. Kill him if you have to, Lieutenant, but try to persuade him to surrender peacefully first.
I'll give it my best shot, General.
Please do, Lieutenant. Cardin's only concern is the safety of the former Havoc members. He may not be loyal to us, but he isn't loyal to the Empire either.
Yup.
Convince him that it's in the best interest of Tavis and the others for him to surrender. That's the best way to sway him.
Sounds like a plan, General.
Cardin could help us convince everyone to surrender peaceably. Make him see that. Otherwise, we're only going to kill them all. Now, hurry and rendezvous with Sergeant Mathen. You'll need those explosives, regardless of what happens with Cardin. Good luck. Garza out.
The one thing I don't care for, when we don't get to go no, I didn't want to do that. Hit the wrong button. Let's see here. Great. He is out here though. I think if we go back to the beginning, we'll be closer to him, but I could be wrong. Ah, shoot, I don't like being wrong. I don't want to have to waste everybody's time going back all the wrong way. Anyways, we don't get to go to the Jedi Temple at all. There's just nothing there for the non-Jedi characters. Same with the smuggler class. He doesn't go, they don't get to go to the Jedi Temple. Only Jedi are allowed in that area. Which makes sense, really. I mean, why the heck do we need to be there? All right, let's see how close we are to where it is needs to be. Oh, for crying out loud. Yeah, we should go. We should definitely have teleported. Or using our transporter option or whatever. Patrolling the mean streets of Coruscant. Skipping over these people because I don't want to fight them. There's a quest over here with this guy to do something. I can't remember what it is. And then there's this little kid over here who has a quest to help him find his brother or something on the bench over here. Yeah, this little snot. And then there's a heroic quest. I believe that's the quest to yeah, his is a heroic quest to go and get his shop back, which basically makes you go and do a quest where you have to kill all these people that are in his shop, or at least a good chunk of them, and then get his deed, leave the shop. He's like, yeah, woo, thanks for giving me my deed back to my shop. Oh, there's something up my nose.
Hey there, LT. Sergeant Mathen reporting for duty with
You're a
fun
tiny
toys
guy.
in tow, sir.
You must have really hauled to get here so fast.
What can I say, sir? Garza says run, so I run. First item of business is your detonator, sir. A Zerka Arms 53R high-yield thermite explosive. Guaranteed to get a party started. Or ended.
How far away should I be when this thing detonates?
Well, tempting as it is to watch this thing go off, you'll want to be a good way off when it does, sir. Now, the comm relay you're going after
That
is
doesn't
in
help.
the Works, an industrial area on the lower levels of Coruscant. It's a dangerous place, LT. Besides the Imperials you're bound to find, the rogue service droids down there will squash anyone they can get their big metal claws around.
I can handle myself.
Not a doubt in my mind, sir. Just thought I'd give you the heads up. Once you've made your way to the relay, plant that detonator on the generator coupling at the center and clear out of there before it goes off. That's all there is to it, LT. I won't hold you up any longer. Good luck.
Good luck. Yeah, that information doesn't help. What's the blast radius on this? Well, you don't want to be next to it. What does that mean? Is it like 5 feet? 60 yards? Tell me something. Good grief. You don't want to be next to it. Well, that helps. We're entering the works. Now, if you're a Jedi and they have a quest to go to the works, you can skip over that and just go to the temple if you've gotten the flight path already, or if you've done the heroic quest to get the astronomical charts. I'm not doing these side quests. They suck. They have you going all around this place. There's a quest to like take temperatures at certain points, kill certain droids, etc. I don't know why I cloaked there. There was nobody around. Oh yeah, we'll have a choice to go left or right, and I believe you want to go, or straight or right, and you want to go to the right. You hear a lot of things in the headphones that you don't normally do when you're playing it on, yeah, we got longest to go. When you're playing it through speakers anyways. It's a heroic quest. I believe it's a heroic quest to go to the Jedi Temple, if I'm not mistaken. We'll probably get to Terrace today. Nope, that's Smuggler. Getting close. Yeah, we're definitely getting close. Glenn close. There it is. Oh. I forgot. We had to fight some people. Alright. I wish my energy regeneration was a little bit higher, because it sucks right now. It's not the good one. Ah, there you go. So that one's Cultipack. You can use that for healing. So if you ever get kind of, you know, if you get overwhelmed, and let's say your companion isn't healing well, you use this instead, and it'll just get you all healed up. So the more, obviously, the more upper hands you have, the more you can actually heal yourself. So it's good for people who want, you know, need health in battle and your healer isn't healing well, which is weird because healing in this game is based off of your character's your companion's affiliation towards you, or their, like, how much they like you. Influence, I guess, is what you need. So the higher your influence is, the better they are with healing and tanking, etc. Yeah, and the highest you can get is 50, as you can see on the right there. And you know, some characters like better gifts than other gifts. You just have to kind of try and find out which one's the best. They will tell you in your inventory if they like this or not. See, that's a small influence gain. That means Jorgen would kind of like that item. There are no influence gains, which means they're for other characters you may or may not have. Some of them have large, some of them have moderate. it really depends on the characters you're running around with. I'm just saving them for the next plant when we get her. When we get Carla Dune. No, not Carla Dune. Lieutenant Dorn or whatever her name is. She'll be on.
Still alive, huh?
Or
you really should have gotten out of this while you were a
Harris.
head soldier. Now you're a risk to Tavis and the rest of my people.
Dun dun
so
dun.
Havoc Squad or not, I'm going to have to kill you.
If you cared about Tavis and the others, you wouldn't have let them defect.
I've made my choice. Tavis, Wraith, Needles, Gearbox, Fuse. They're like my children, and I abandoned them. I resigned and left them to fight alone, just to make a point.
Good
They
job.
need my help now more than ever. I'm not going to abandon them. Not this time.
The Imperials are the enemy. You aren't one of them.
The Republic came just as close to killing me as the Empire ever did. As far as I'm concerned, everyone's my enemy. I know you're trying to get into my head, soldier, but it's not going to work.
Think what you want, Cardin. Doesn't make my point any less true.
All I know is that you're really trying my patience, soldier. I don't even understand what you're trying to convince me of here. I'm trying to keep my people alive, and it's your mission to kill them. That's all there is to this, soldier.
The only way to keep your people alive is if you help me bring them in.
You've already compromised the relay. Even if we take you out, it's only a matter of time until Garza has this place slagged for a click in every direction. And by now, Garza will know exactly where all the defector bases are. They'll be tethered banthas, cut off from each other and all...
Excuse me, sir, but shouldn't we be...
The Imperials might offer help, but it won't be much. They'll all be left to die.
They'll just get themselves killed if you don't help me. Can't you see that?
Damn, I can't believe it's come to this.
Sir?
All right, soldier, I'll go along with this. But if you harm a single one of my people, you will be dead within the day. Understood?
You have my word on it, Cardin.
Let's get on with this, soldier.
I can't allow you to go into enemy custody alive, Cardin.
Are you still here? The op's over, people. Finished. Mission failed. So get out of here while you still got the legs to carry you.
You leave me no choice, sir. Ready your weapons, men.
Jerks.
On your feet.
Die already. Sucks to be you.
Reminds me of old times. Here's my weapon. Consider me surrendered. I'll make my way up to the Senate Tower and turn myself in. See what Garza wants to do next.
I'm glad to have you back on our side.
I never said I was on your side, soldier. I'm doing this for my people, not for your Republic or anything else. Anyhow, I'm sure we'll meet again.
There's a relay down here that needs to be detonated.
Yeah, I suppose you've got a job to do. So much work down here for nothing. See you topside, soldier.
Let's go take out that relay and give Cardin's little baby something to think about.
Watch this. Yeah, that would be about a good, what, 7 feet? You want to get away from that thing? At least it could have told me that. All right, back to the Senate Tower to talk to General Garza. Oh god, there'll be a quest also later to save one of the senators from being killed. And part of me wants to just go dark side and try to save it while get the senator killed. Man, it sucks sometimes going against type, I guess. We'll be back here quite a bit to do check-ins.
The hero of the hour. I'm proud of you, Lieutenant. You've done well.
Let's talk advancement.
Just doing my job.
Jack Cardin walked up to the Senate's tower's front door and surrendered himself in broad daylight. I never thought I'd see the day. Cardin's help will give us quite an edge against Tavis and the others. I'm glad you could change his mind.
Do we have Cardin in a secure location?
Shortly. First, we'll make sure he doesn't have any tricks up his sleeves. I haven't come this far by taking chances. The Justicar's computer files included messages relayed between 4 locations. Our technicians are working to pinpoint those locations now. There can be no doubt that the messages will lead us to the other traitors. Thanks to your efforts, we'll be able to bring them all to justice very soon.
I'm glad our plan has worked out so far.
Possibly a bit too well. One of the traitors has already moved against us. Wraith.
Here it comes.
You remember Senator Krasul from your meeting with the Senate earlier? Wraith kidnapped him from his home just afterward. We've tracked them to a remote space station called Port Raga.
How could Wraith manage to kidnap a Republic senator?
Wraith was chosen for Havoc Squad for a reason. Her skills are exceptional. One of our teams is already en route to Port Raga. They'll investigate the situation and give you a detailed report on arrival. You've accomplished some amazing things, Lieutenant. But there's no time for a break yet. Whatever Wraith is planning, we cannot allow her to succeed. Understood?
I won't rest until the job is done.
I know you won't, Lieutenant.
Butt shots.
Havoc Squad requires its own starship for operational flexibility. A ship has already been transferred to your command. It's waiting at the spaceport now.
You're the best CEO ever.
Put it to good use, Lieutenant. Fly to Port Raga and meet with the advanced team immediately. Your orders are to rescue Senator Krasul and capture or eliminate Wraith at all costs. Good luck, Lieutenant. Dismissed.
Okay. So she said to rescue
Get out
him.
there and take down some traitors.
So we're going to come up with an option here in a bit, either to make a choice to save this guy's life or, how should I put it? Capture Wraith. And obviously, if you're going to let him die, you're going to fail the whole mission. So unfortunately, though, we're probably just going to have to take the bullet here and just do the right thing, which sucks. Looks like somebody might be quitting the game or something. No, that's their outfit. All right. Okay, so we're heading up to the ship, which is probably the weirdest ship in the game, I think. It can get quite confusing. Kind of looks like kind of reminds me of the B-Wing ship in the original Star Wars movies. But it doesn't do that cool thing where it, you can rotate it on its side or anything like that and move the attack pylons to any location, or the wings to any location. But you'll see what I mean when you get inside this thing. This thing is confusing as heck to look at from the inside. Okay then. Yep, there it is, the B-Wing. Or at least a precursor to the B-Wing. To me, anyways, that's a precursor to the B-Wing. Alright. Now, every time you enter a new ship with a new character, you'll get the same dialogue with the C-3PO wannabe, but there'll be the little... This will be the leaving this spaceport imagery. Yep. Looks exactly like a B-Wing. Almost. I mean, I can get it. I don't really think I played the B-Wing too much in any of the video games. Alright, C2N2 will have his own little story. No matter what you do, he will automatically activate once you get on ship.
My new master at last. I am C2N2, steward of this vessel. It is my extreme good fortune to serve you.
Why would General Garza saddle me with some overblown protocol droid? You're not even armor-plated.
Every soldier requires proper logistics to function. I provide the highest support level available.
Okay.
C2 series droids represent the latest advances in everything from starship technical maintenance to nutritional advice tailored for your specific organic needs. Welcome aboard the Rendili Hyperworks BT-7 Thunderclap.
Thunderclap!
A rapid assault craft designed especially for Republic Special Forces at enormous taxpayer expense. Along with the usual accommodations, you'll find a secure captain's locker for storing valuables.
Say.
Your bridge contains an ever-updating map of the galaxy. It's quite beautiful to look at. Priority alerts from the Republic network are accessible at
Those
the
are ship
holonet
battles.
console.
Ship battles.
Long-range communications are available via the holo terminal. And finally, the ship's intercom will inform your crew that you wish to meet. Do you have any questions, Master?
The briefing room.
Sounds like you're good at everything. Does that include combat?
As you can see, I am not equipped for physical danger. My function is to maintain the starship as your home away from home. I am happy to assist you with any non-hazardous task, of course. I pride myself on the utmost attention to detail.
Add a little armor, some combat protocols, and a blaster, and you just might be worth something.
Master, please. Any non-factory modification will void my warranty. Whenever you are ready to depart, consult the galaxy map on the bridge. The ship's computers will handle the rest.
You can bring them along for combat. I'm sure they'll protest the whole time, but there is an achievement to actually have them join you in combat. So this is the layout of the ship. When you get in here, it's basically, this is your landing, this is the landing entry, and over here is the captain's quarters, or, you know, cargo bay. I would say this is more of a cargo bay. Obviously, you have the Galactic Trade Market kiosk, the Legacy Stronghold, your stronghold. So you can put things in here that are yours or not. I like to put my these things in here. The only thing that sucks though is you get stuck with these things. It's things I don't need. I could sell them. I'm gonna sell those. I don't need them. Crap. Yes, there's a nice, pretty Twi'lek girl on the and Nubian woman. Yeah, trying to implicate that this is a guy's thing. What? They're no value? Well, they're no value, then bye-bye. I don't care. The legacy stuff, some of the Galactic Season stuff is garbage. Let's see, this is the engine room. And down over here is the, up here is the bridge, which is why it's confusing as heck to, can figure out what the heck's going on. You can get lost in this thing. This is one of the more confusing layouts of a ship, I think. I don't know how you can see everything if you're piloting this thing. I mean, seriously, there's hardly any visual sensors in front of you. This is your room, which you would think they would put one of the chests in here, but they don't. This is the ready room, which looks like you'd have a small military in here, but actually you don't. And over here is crew quarters for everybody else. It looks like crash stations. I've never really been in this room before. This should be the armory where Jorgen hangs out. And sick bay is over here where you'll meet our next companion. She'll be right there. And then that should be the short and long of it. It looks like, you know, recreational area. All right.
Calling Coruscant Spaceport Authority. Request permission to depart.
Depart.
You are clear for departure. Have a pleasant flight.
There we go. That's the end of that level. Okay, so Jorgen just want to talk to us about something.
I reviewed your service record before that ZR-57 op. Been meaning to discuss it with you, so you can kill Imperials. But that guerrilla mentality won't cut it in the big time.
You saw how I handled things on Ord Mantell. I know what I'm doing.
Taking on that SEP army single-handedly showed guts, not leadership. When I signed on with the Deadeyes, my CO was Lieutenant Vorn. Certified war hero, as decorated as they come. When he gave an order, we trusted it, followed it to the letter. A squad needs that kind of commitment to operate effectively.
You're saying you don't trust me?
I'm saying trust requires more than a slick new promotion. Havoc Squad is the Republic's most elite outfit. We tackle the missions no one else can handle. Traitor or no, Tavis is a tough act to follow. You think you're up to it?
I wouldn't be leading Havoc Squad if I didn't.
Hmm. Good answer. You've got confidence and plenty of raw talent. Maybe you'll pull this off.
Little introductory thing. You can, if you're female, you can flirt with Arc Jordan. But I always felt like, I don't know, I think the military would keep a little bit more professional. But then again, as a guy, I'm gonna be flirting with the next companion, so oops.
You think Havoc will start shaping into an actual squad soon?
No thanks to you!
I'll recruit more soldiers as soon as I find some Havoc-worthy candidates.
Makes sense. Once this unit starts growing, people's expectations of us, of you, are only going to get bigger. That CO post could get real heavy real quick.
Someone needs to run Havoc Squad.
Commanding a squad is no cakewalk. Nothing worse than having to choose between the success of the mission and the lives of your men. A leader who's too headstrong, too eager to get the job done, will only end up getting his unit killed. Remember that.
You've got a point. I'll keep it in mind.
I'm sure you'll do fine. You've gotten us this far.
We just got one planet done, Jorgen. Alright. So, you can go to the bridge and do this. I just like going to Galaxy Map and just go... The end of Hut Space, huh? We get to speak with Jaxo again! Yay, Jaxo! There's more crash positions. Oh god, no! We're crashed into the damn building! Oops. Oops, they kind of biffed that with the animation. It looked like we just flew into the side of the satellite. Well, our only help crashed into the side of the building. It looks like everybody on board has died. Mission failed. Up to you, Jaxo. Say, you want to polish
Well, if it isn't the man himself. I was hoping Garza would send you to handle this one.
I'd have preferred getting together somewhere a bit more private than a hostage situation. But this will just have to do.
I'm sure we can find a way to get alone together sooner or later.
I'd like that very much. Let's start with the accommodations. Port Raga is privately owned and officially neutral, but Wraith and her pals have taken over behind the scenes. My boys and I managed to tweak the sensors and keep your landing inconspicuous. But as soon as you step out of this hangar, it's party time.
Do you know where Krasul is being held?
We do. But there's some bad news on that front.
Uh-oh.
Wraith has Krasul locked up in a hangar at the other end of the station. There's heavy security plus a big bonus. Explosives.
Yay.
Not enough bang to trash the station, of course. But plenty to ruin your day if you're in that hangar when they blow. Play it careful in there.
Thanks for the heads up, Sergeant.
You got it. I'd say it's time to get out there and get our senator back. What do you say?
Roll Tide. Wait.
Now you'll see how Havoc Squad gets things done.
I'm looking forward to it. See you on the other side, Lieutenant. Good luck.
I don't know why... I know Jorgen's a little upset about the whole flirting thing, but I don't know why he's upset for me going, hey, we're Havoc Squad! We got this! Treacherous Republic soldier, huh? Oh, I hate when they're all spread out like this. You be dead. I don't know if those count towards... I know there's a bonus mission, and I really can't say what needs to be done, so... Okay. For some odd reason... Oh, that's an Imperial soldier. Okay. We gotta kill the Republic treacherous people. That's Imperial Commando, Imperial Commando. Trying to find people to kill that are going to give me the points here. Just one over here? Come on. All right. This is where the fun begins. Nothing? Okay. It's this energy regeneration so dang slow. When you get higher up there, you get more energy regeneration. I like shooting. I like doing that with a gun. It's one of the better, that just appeared out of nowhere. Let's see. There's 4 over here. Let's do those. He's like, oh, guys are cheating on the Republic. That's amazing. On your feet. Ow. That's how you deal with that. I wish I had that ability, but I don't have it yet. You sneaky, sneaky. See, you couldn't do this with the previous, before the update. You couldn't do this. You had to basically just mow through people. Well, at least it didn't drop anything. Cyberpunk 2077 also does some pretty decent stealth. At least they give you a little warnings. Crap. Not crap. We're in combat. I hate when they do that. They don't allow you to get invisible. Like, sorry, we see you. Gee, thanks. Well, I gotta kill one more. Interesting. Do I take these people out? Nah. So we gotta defeat these parties here. We'll start with the one in the back here. I'm assuming that's where she would be if we were actually just shoot him in the face. Okay, real talk here. Regarding the Bad Batch. Look, I know that Tech has to have the white suit, but as far as stealth goes, I don't think he should be wearing white. He should be wearing, you know, black like the rest of them, or gray or whatever. It's just really, that just makes you stand out more. Ow. Shoot you in the face. In the face. In the face. He laughs when he shoots him in the face. Stealthy armor. I wish you could get some of these outfits that were not, that are like, you know, adaptive armor. All right. Tough call time. Here we go.
Who the... Oh, you. I should have known Garza would try to keep all of this inside her twisted little family. Well, don't just stand there.
Shoot him in the knee.
You know how to defuse bombs, don't you? Ray said they'll explode if I leave the room. She has a remote detonator, too, so be quick.
This is how you treat your rescuer?
Rescuer, huh? You aren't here out of the goodness of your heart. You're here because Garza sent you here. Through gritted teeth, I imagine.
Jeez.
That traitor was going to force me to go on record, saying the Senate officially abandoned Havoc Squad on Ando Prime.
I wouldn't mind knowing why you abandoned Havoc myself.
Havoc abandoned us. They invaded Ando Prime and incited a massive armed response from the Empire. Do you realize what will happen if this situation goes public?
Stuff.
The Senate would be a firestorm. All of our judgments publicly called into question. And General Garza and Spec Force Division would be the first to burn.
That's not gonna happen.
Wise decision. I'll admit, I'd like to see the look on that traitor's face when all of her bombs suddenly shut down. To watch that coward scurry away into the shadows when she realizes that her plans have failed would be priceless.
Be quiet and let me work, sir.
Just be careful or we're both dead.
Oh. Alright. I was kind of hoping to, run after her, but I must have hit the wrong option. Oops. Whoopsies. Here's the thing about this thing. They don't give you, it doesn't matter because they light up the right ones for you, so you don't have to make a decision, which is, to me, probably, look at that blaster, the dumbest thing ever. It's like, can we just take an effort? If you screw up, oh well. Chamber is now sealed. Oh. Alright. Like I said, they don't give you much. Just do the right thing, do this, that. They don't let you figure it out. Just, here you go. Here's the answer to the puzzle. Hope you're happy. Oh man, this music's so intense, yo. That's it. He's saved.
Is it safe now? Are all of the bombs shut down?
I don't know about safe, but the bombs are disabled.
You know that's what I meant. I'm not a fool.
Yes, you are.
Get on with it, Lieutenant. We still got to get out of this disgusting place. Go on, lead the way.
What an a-hole. Should leave him here to rot. He's got a blaster too now? Arming everybody these days. He gets shot at, isn't he?
Banana.
Of course he gets shot. What's good though is that I don't get shot at and I don't get drawn to combat, so he'd have to fight everybody on his own. Jerk. Hey, what are you doing? Aw. Dang it. Shoot you in the face. There we go. Level 20, huh? Cool. That's it. Jaxo. She's gonna give you if you flirt enough with Jaxo as a male, she'll give you a side quest to come see her.
Well, look what we've got here, boys. Welcome to safety, Senator.
Who in the blazes are you? Mercenaries? This is ridiculous.
Oh yeah. General Garza hires mercs to rescue Republic senators all the time.
These people are Spec Force troops in disguise, sir.
Fantastic. Now I almost wish they were mercenaries.
So you rescued our charming friend here, obviously. Nice work. Any luck taking down Wraith?
Rescuing the senator tipped her off. She ran for it.
Huh. Not sure you got a fair trade on that one, buddy.
Exactly.
Wraith must be even better than they say. We were watching every inch of this place. Nobody saw her leave.
Oh.
Is someone going to get me a ship to Coruscant anytime soon?
Jeez.
Oh, don't worry, your honorable eminent senatorness. You're catching a ride with us.
I owe you big time, Jaxo.
I'm sure we'll think of some way for you to make it up to me.
Oh.
Besides, we're gonna have a fun time together, aren't we, Senator?
Yes, delightful.
Hey, I know you need to contact Garza and report in, but you should come back to my place on Coruscant sometime soon. We'll have a little victory celebration, just the two of us. What do you say?
Count me in.
Good deal. Just don't keep me waiting too long. Garza's bound to send me on another op sooner or later. Wouldn't want to miss our chance. So long. Take care out there.
Yeah. God, I hate that it does her dirty, though. The game does her dirty later on. Really dirty. Not fun dirty. Just, you have to make a sacrifice later in the game. It's either her or some people. It's like, well, in terms of, I need that. In terms of, needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few or the one. Fortunately, though, you're going to probably have to pick her. Hate to do it, but... Because if you pick... I'm pretty sure if you pick everybody else versus... Or her over everybody else, it's going to be like, what the hell's wrong with you? I know we're supposed to be playing a Sith.
Stand by for examination and suggested products. You are fit for duty. Return to your post.
Extremely difficult to do. I kind of wanted us. I can't believe I pushed the wrong option, but then again, it's me. I thought, whatever. This and that. We can still do bad things. See, look, B-Wing. This looks like a busy spaceport, not an actual Imperial space station. Of course, all the space stations in this game look the same. It's like they never really thought of a different model archetype for each space station. All right, let's go talk to Garza.
Lieutenant, I was just speaking with Sergeant Jaxo. Congratulations.
Yup.
Saving Senator Krazel will certainly help our affairs with the Senate. We needed someone to owe us a favor. Well done.
I just did my job.
You've accomplished something very important. Something beyond even your assignment to hunt down Tavis and the other traitors. You're in the field, Lieutenant. You see how far the Empire is reaching. A full attack isn't far off now.
Dun dun dun.
To keep the Empire's forces at bay, we need the Senate's support. We need allies.
That's why I saved him!
I only kept Krasul alive to get his support.
I'm not sure I want to hear that, but I'm glad that you at least understand the situation. One thing, Lieutenant. I was disappointed to learn of Wraith's escape. She's capable of causing great turmoil.
When I catch Wraith, she's going to wish she had died.
I have little doubt. Now, our technicians have decoded the first two sets of data from the Coruscant relay. Your first two targets are Taris and Nar Shaddaa.
Can you tell me anything beyond the destinations?
Not at this time, I'm afraid. I'll try to collect more intelligence and give you a fuller briefing when you arrive at each location. Good luck. Garza out.
Yay! We did a good job. Okay, so we're obviously going to... Mission log. We are... Yeah, we're going to go R&R. And we're not doing Nar Shaddaa yet, because as much as like Nar Shaddaa, we're going to be doing in level or... Oh, okay, I guess it is 20, 20, and 20. I guess they balanced them out. I thought that I could have swore that they were different levels. Unless it's in the galaxy map only. Nar Shaddaa is this one. Yeah, really? They dropped it down to 2024. Okay. Usually you could... Oh, okay. Back to Coruscant. To get some R&R. R&R, yeah. Rest and romance. That's BioWare for you. When you play, when we get to play Dragon Age Origins in a little bit, because that was the first BioWare game I actually got to play back in the 2000s. they really did full on scenes. This one they wanted to be a little bit more kid friendly, so they kind of hint that you actually do something, but you go off camera. So she was Black Sun Sector, if I remember correctly. What? What? I'm doing a stream. Okay. Yeah. No. What are we doing? Yeah, you can sit over there. Sorry, my cat came on camera for a little bit. Usually she hides when I'm doing these things. Today apparently is the day she wanted to let everybody know that she's around. Okay, so Jaxo's all the way over this way. We got a ways to drive through here. We're gonna dismiss now. Go on a bit. Let's not dismiss Jorgen. He's gonna be like, oh man, all right, just don't take long, yada yada yada. Like, what are you implying? He has to clean my pistol, sir. See, that's the other style you got to use with the ARC troopers. I didn't really care for the trooper quests until we got to this era, when you actually can do stealth and crap. Because like I said, I did play a trooper. I didn't get too far with to do kind of a Ghost in the Shell nod with my character, using the similar outfit that she's wearing. And I've gotten pretty far with those quests, but at one point I'm like, well, shoot, I really don't want to finish this thing because right now I'm going to be streaming that, and pretty soon I really don't want to, you know, ruin it for myself. I want to do this live reaction thing where I actually get beyond, I believe the furthest I was McKeb. Should be almost there anyways. Just around this corner here. All right.
Hey there, Lieutenant Hero. I was hoping you'd take me up on my offer. Sergeant Jorgen, would you mind giving me and the lieutenant a bit of privacy here?
I wouldn't stay for a Medal of Valor.
Now that I have you all to myself, no techs watching through the armor cam, no grumpy squad members, I can finally get to know this dashing new Havoc commander.
Tell me about yourself, Jaxo.
Me? What's to say? I've got a knack for being impulsive and undisciplined. So Garza puts me on undercover ops, where I'll fit in. But I didn't really ask you here to talk about me. Honestly, I didn't ask you here to talk at all.
We'll just have to think of something else to do.
I already got a plan in mind.
Whoa, she's aggressive. I like it.
Lieutenant, you keep on like this and I might have to take a liking to you.
See that you do, Sergeant.
I'll take that as an order, sir.
I'd better not keep you here any longer, or Garza will have me surveilling hut bathhouses for weeks for holding you up.
Be safe out there, Lieutenant. And keep in touch.
Yeah, so we obviously had relations. To put it in a kid-friendly term. You know, they don't do that much in Star Wars. They actually did that in Andor. They actually had not like, you know, actual on-screen, you know, stuff happening. They actually did, you could tell it was the morning after, the way that, I believe it was like the first or second episode of Andor. You could tell that they obviously were up to something, doing some adult things. So, but a lot of TV shows like that kind of imply stuff, but they're not as intense like back like they do now, where they actually have people in bed or doing other weird stuff, and it's like okay, I mean, I guess we could test the waters, but George Lucas usually keeps Star Wars pretty clean. There's not much for violence. I mean, there's much violence obviously, but when it came to the characters having romantic interests and so forth and actually doing stuff off camera, there really wasn't anything shown. This is probably one of the first games that actually got to kind of, you know, keep it clean, but you knew what was going on. And you get that with some of the males and female companions. Hell, you can in the expansions after this game, you can flirt with the male companions, can flirt with other male companions, and or male characters can flirt with other male characters, and female characters can flirt with other female characters. Obviously, if you saw back in the day when I did it on stream, did it on Twitch, there's no files of it now because those I never saved those videos because, like an idiot, all the previous Twitches I've done except for Borderlands 2 are lost to history. So now I'm saving them and uploading on YouTube. Um, basically, you know, Never Mai mostly plays on the same side of the team, whereas my my other character here, Nakalis, obviously is preferred towards female characters or female type characters. But you can do LGBT community plus stuff.
Come in, Lieutenant. This is General Garza. Do you copy?
Go bother someone else.
I can spare some time for you.
I understand you've just landed on Taris. I've already contacted our local regimental commander, Colonel Gaff, to secure his support. Colonel Gaff doesn't know the specifics of your mission, only that he should assist you in every way possible. I'd like to keep it that way.
I'll keep quiet on the details, General.
That's for the best, Lieutenant. Taris is a dangerous and untamed wasteland. A Sith attack several centuries ago leveled every standing structure and virtually eradicated the local population.
We'll play that game
Where
sooner or
cities
later.
once rivaled Coruscant, only swamps and ruins remain. Reclaiming and rebuilding the planet has become an important symbolic goal for the Senate.
Can you give me any more intel on this area?
I see vague mention of infectious parasites. Apparently, Colonel Gaff works hard to withhold negative information about the reconstruction. That's all I have for you, Lieutenant. Report in when your operation is complete.
I'm ready to see this dangerous, untamed wasteland for myself.
Yeah. Let's do it. So we see Taris in a different order if you're playing as the Empire. You see it at night, and the map is flipped. So you start on the right side or center side for Imperial, and then you move to around the map counterclockwise. Whereas in the Republic, you start on the far left and move the map clockwise, sort of. It depends on your character. So Taris is a little bit better than what it was, obviously millennia ago. But I mean, before not millennia ago, like a century ago, I guess. There's actually trying to rebuild this planet, and you'll meet Suresh. I think it's her name, Suresh. She's in charge of this planet. If you want to, you can do your side missions and talk to her, and she's got a lot of weird side missions to do. There's also plant story missions you can do here as well. I thought about doing them. The problem with doing plant story missions is that you'll gain more experience.
Welcome to Taris. I'm Governor Suresh. On behalf of the Galactic Republic, I want to thank you for joining us in this historic project. For your safety, please do not travel beyond the military-secured safe zone outside the settlement. This world and our work here will shine as a beacon of hope to all of the Republic. But first, we have many obstacles to overcome. Together, we stand taller than any obstacle. Let's get to work. Together.
So Suresh has got a lot of she's very headstrong, and she wants to make sure that the Republic is more powerful than the Sith, and she'll do anything by any means necessary to ensure the fact that the Republic stands strong and proud. Unfortunately, though, she speaks almost just like a Sith, and she does, or the Empire, and she'll do pretty much the exact same tactics as the Empire will do. And she eventually becomes a major player in the game. She'll become Supreme Chancellor of the Republic in the future as well. And she'll also try to overthrow your rule in the Eternal Throne. You have options to keep her alive or kill her. Depends on what side you're going for. It really doesn't affect the story much. But she will do anything to retain or to be in charge and in power within the Republic. And you'll also hear later on that she's basically loses control as the Supreme Chancellor and has like a puppet government in charge of the Republic. But she is very committed to her cause, but the problem is that she's very imperial in her ideals, even though she says she's defending the Republic. So it's kind of cool that they put a character in here and then made her grow beyond this is her planet. You know, she lives over in this building right in front of me. If you go in here, you can talk to her and you can do her side missions at some point, but you have to accept the mission from the main entranceway. There's these two guys we drove past that basically ask you to speak with her, and she'll give you some side missions. I guess we could do those just to kind of get those done after we completed that planetary mission, because I want to get our next side character, and there she is, Lara Dorn, Lara Dorn, I believe her name is.
Well, well, General Garza graces us with her finest.
Butt shots.
At ease. I'm Colonel Gaff. These are my senior officers.
What's up?
Your CO sent orders to do whatever is necessary to support your mission. Of course, she didn't see fit to tell me what that mission is. You care to enlighten me?
I can't discuss the details.
Typical. Forget the reconstruction of Taris. I gotta shift everything around and help with some top-secret mission nonsense.
Jeez.
Whatever Garza has you looking for, you won't find it on Taris. Nothing unusual has happened since I took
Here
command.
she comes.
Patrol teams 3, 5, and 8. All lost, or without explanation.
Sergeant Dorn, I don't recall giving you permission to speak.
I wasn't speaking to you. I was speaking to the Lieutenant, per General Garza's instructions. Are you ordering me to violate Code 73B and ignore the General's directive, Colonel?
Always got a regulation to quote, don't you, Sergeant Dorn?
If the Sergeant has information, I'll take it.
The matter was settled days ago.
No, it wasn't.
Taris is dangerous. Casualties are common on patrol teams. It's unfortunate, but not unusual, no matter what Sergeant Dorn says. Now, if you'll excuse me, I got a planet to run. Carry on with your secret mission. Just don't muck up anything important.
Bunch of jerks.
Apologies for the Colonel, Lieutenant. Not all men are meant to lead.
Colonel Gaff is disobeying a direct order.
I can assure you it's not the first time he's done so. I'm Ilara Dawn, sir. Sergeant, First Class, Commander of Search and Rescue Squad 204. We have 3 full squads, all MIA on patrols. The situation is critical.
You have any idea what happened to these men?
I'm afraid not, Lieutenant. Casualties are common on swamp patrols. Rakghoul attacks account for the majority, approximately 87%. However, SAR sweeps discovered no evidence of Rakghoul activity in these instances. Someone else attacked those teams. If you're looking for unusual activity, then this is it, sir.
What exactly is a Rakghoul anyway?
Rakghouls are disease-carrying mutants. Rakghoul bites and scratches are infectious. Those infected become Rakghouls themselves in 6 to 48 hours. I included the last known coordinates for the MIA patrols in my official incident report, Lieutenant. I'll load it into your datapad for your review. Taris falls under Unexplored, Unsecured Territory Protocols. All armor cams transmit to SAR Command. I'll contact you with developments.
Sounds like a plan, Sergeant.
Good luck, Lieutenant.
That was interesting. I've had drill instructors more relaxed than that woman. Not to mention that accent.
I only noticed her looks!
What do you mean? What's unusual about her accent?
The only people I've heard talk like that were Imperials. The Republic must have freed her homeworld in the war. Growing up, Imp would explain a lot about her personality.
Uptight. Doesn't even begin to describe that woman.
Ouch.
Guess it's off to work then. I'll watch our backs.
I always find it interesting that Imperials, or British in general, use the term lieutenant, and we as Americans say lieutenant. And I would like to know the reasoning behind it, not as in a bad way, but just kind of understand, you know, the why behind we call them lieutenants over lieutenants. I'm sure there's some sort of linguistic thing going on there, but every time I hear her talk, she'll refer to me as lieutenant. It's like there's an F in there that's not there. But there's an R in Colonel, and nobody can figure that one out either, so. There was one time in my history class when I was in high school, one of my fellow students kept saying Colono. I'm like wincing the whole time, like, it's supposed to be Colonel, what are you doing? Why are you saying Colono? I even asked him that. Do you not know that it's supposed to be Colonel? No, it says right here in the paper, Colonel. I go, oh boy. I'm pretty sure his name's not Colonel. Here we go. Oh, look at that shot.
Those are power converters, Lieutenant. Old ones. Any theories on how they got to that location?
The people who attacked our patrols may have dropped them.
Possible. None of the other patrols logged similar discoveries. Power converters come from ignition systems, engine parts. It takes work to remove them. Someone dropped these converters. Either the patrol or their attackers. We need more information to determine which.
Guess I better find more information.
I'll remain in contact, Lieutenant. Dawn out.
Yeah, Dorn's the companion we're gonna hook up with, obviously. For me, anyways. I mean, you can, if you want, you can convince Lana Lana later on in the game. A lot of people give her like the #1 support for companion of all companions. On at least when I've read on Reddit, that they regard her as the most popular companion in the game. I mean, I like Lana, and obviously my apprentice Never Mai liked Lana or likes Lana. They're together in the video game in her game playthrough, but you know, as far as character love entrance in the game, there's a few that I'm like, I don't know. Some of the male companions, to me, it's like really like Doc is one that it's like he'll try really hard to make him really charming for you as a female, if you're playing a female Jedi Knight. And a lot of people, you know, hook up with Doc for the female Jedi Knight. I'm not saying he's bad or anything. It's just he lays it on thick. It's an empty box.
More power converters. According to the logs, this patrol followed an entirely different route.
Don't say.
Either both patrols recovered the same engine parts from separate locations, or the converters were dropped in both areas by one group. The attackers.
I think we're on the right track, Sergeant.
A specialist MO7 science officer could examine the converters to determine their source. We have such an officer on staff. I will notify him while you search the last coordinates.
Sounds like a plan, Sergeant.
Very well, Lieutenant. I'll proceed to Science Division at once. Good luck, Lieutenant.
I like how she's doing this assignment and nobody else is assigned to you. Go get it, Jorgen. Dang it. I don't like that, though. Just follow the main road up the north. I know when you play Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, you don't really get to see too much of Terrace. You only get to see like a little few rooms and so forth, upstairs, downstairs, the basement, the lower level. And it's reason to believe that everybody on this planet died after the attack on Terrace. So it was like literally insane amount of whatever weapon it is that they use. I can't remember in the video game because I played it once. And it just wipes out everything. Malak destroys Terrace in hopes to destroy Revan and Bastille Shan as well. But obviously you escape. But you can play pod racing and crap. We'll play that game in a couple months. Remember if there's any hostiles here or not. I want to say they show up later, but... Up here they are. Like, what, where?
Here.
And to you. In front of me. This thing? Oh, crates. Don't mind me being dead and all.
Lieutenant, status report. Are you injured?
I might be hurt, Sergeant. You'd better come rescue and search me.
Flirtation and other non-mission critical communications over priority holochannels are strictly forbidden by procedural guidelines, sir.
I'm pretty sure that was a no, Lieutenant.
Your attackers were scavengers. Threat assessment reports classify them as a non-combatant group. That classification is clearly inaccurate. I'll notify command.
I need to know where these scavengers come from, their numbers and armaments.
Unknown, sir. Local intelligence felt they weren't worthy of investigation. Armed hostility against Republic personnel clearly justifies an immediate armed response, Lieutenant. It's your call.
We need to move against these scavengers immediately.
Bring it
Orbital
on.
scan has just managed to pinpoint the location of the scavengers' compound.
How
I'll
convenient.
scramble up my team and prep them immediately. We'll effect entry to the compound once you've created an opening.
I'll see you on the other side, Sergeant.
Good luck, Lieutenant. Sergeant Dawn out.
I like how you flirt with her and it just... She's like, nope. You win her over eventually with your goofy flirting. If you want to put it that way. We gotta go over here. She's one of those tough nuts to crack, but if you constantly support her in her little chats, eventually she opens up to you and wants to, you know, have some adult relations. Like, I could really run down the list right now and show you which companions I like and which ones I don't based on legacy. We'll do that real quick. Let's see. So when it comes to the Imperial Agent, and I'm a male character, I usually end up with Ensign Temple. I try to work with Kaleo, but it doesn't really feel well. And if I'm the female, I haven't really hooked up with Vector. I don't know. He just doesn't really have a great personality. And then on the bounty hunter side, I'm probably ending up with Mako as the male, and as a female, I've never really gotten to Torian, but I would assume Torians would be pretty cool to be with. Sith Inquisitor, male, I always try to get with Ashara, and the female, I just skip over, I believe, Andronikos and go to Lana. Sith Warrior, fan favorite, loves Vet, because Vet has a veteran female voice actor, and I can't remember her name off the top of my head, but a lot of Sith Warriors like to play with Vet. I like Darkside Jaisa. Jaisa can be both light and dark. She's one of the rarer companions where you can have her either be dark side or light side, depending on what you do with her during the storyline to get her to come on to be your companion. And the female side, you can end up with Marvel Quinn. I don't think you can end up with Lieutenant Pierce. I could be wrong, but yeah, no, I like Jason most through the dark side. And when at some point later in the stream, probably next year, depending how long these games take, we'll be doing the Sith Warrior, and we'll end up with Jason. And then the Republic classes for relationships, you can date Therian Sidrax. But the problem is, though, at some point, he will reject you in that he's in love with his hologram companion. I can't remember her name, but we killed him in on the Sith side, so you can have a quick one night stand with him, but he won't be able to have a long relationship when you're female. You'll end up with Felix instead after a while. If you're the male, you usually end up with Nadia. She's cool, but she has this like naivete to her, I guess, like a childlike behavior, probably because she was kind of locked up all this time and she's been, you know, suppressing her force powers. And then on the Jedi Knight side, it's usually Kira for the male because, well, it's Laura Bailey. If there's any time in the history of video games you can hook up with Laura Bailey, yes, I'm going to hook up with Laura Bailey. So Kira Clarkson is the one I usually go with, and for the male or the female side, you'll end up with Doc. And I don't know, I usually try to avoid hitting up with Doc, but that's it for that. And then Smuggler, females end up with Carcel Riggs, and I don't know, he's not really that impressive for a character. But if you're a male, you have an option here. You can either go with Risha, or you can end up with Avaka Spar. Now, if you decide to flirt with both, at some point you're gonna have to make a choice as a smuggler. You can either they'll say, "We have to pick one of us," and I picked a Vaki once, but I've also done Risha, and Risha is a really hard woman to get to like you, in that it will take a lot of strong arming, flirting, and just to break her down because she is a tough nut to crack. But if you start flirting with Avakaspar, she will literally be easy to flirt with. But she feels too stiff. But both of these love interests for the smuggler male side are really, really stiff in that their personality is really, really just tough. And then obviously as a female, you can hook up with Ark Jorgen, but I don't think you can do any of the other characters. And then as a male, you can get a Laura Dune. So the trooper doesn't really get much help in that department in terms of loving people, which is extremely disappointing, but not to be unexpected. So we're gonna head into camp because they'll fly us over to the right side of the map instead of having to drive through all that stuff. So 25 minutes left here. That's like my love interest guide. And here's the thing though. After you do some of the quests and Fights of the Eternal Throne, Fallen Empire, you can hook up with female, and female can hook up, and male can hook up. So they kind of took that out. Originally, it was basically heterosexual relationships only, which obviously right now at this day and age, that kind of just excludes people who want to play, exclusive female and male or gay relationships. So they decided to incorporate that, which I find is great because the only problem is that, well, in BioWare's a video game there, Dragon Age Origins, there were certain characters who were literally gay and lesbian, and you can only flirt with them if you were interested in them. Like I believe the elf male was gay, and you could be gay with him if you wanted to. And then the bard was also a lesbian, so she could hook up with the female character as well. And if I ever get whenever I get around to playing that game, which will be in a long ways from now, you'll be able to do that. But the thing that I'm kind of hesitant on is the fact that these scenes are a little I don't want to say graphic. They're just because everybody's wearing clothes, but they do a lot of heavy stuff. So I would probably have to throw up the Be Right Back logo before we do that, especially when we get to Cyberpunk 2077 in the near future. I'm gonna have to there's certain scenes where V just wakes up without any clothes on. So we're gonna have to for the female version. The male version, you can be naked, but you don't see that naked. I don't know. Genitals in CD Projekt Red video games are really weird. Like, it's like, well, do we want to have them to have genitals, or we just want to wear them without that stuff? I don't know. I know these are hard questions to ask yourself right now, but if we're doing anatomically correct characters, probably. The other thing is about there is scenes where your characters will fall in love with other characters in that game, and you have the option to do that or not. We'll probably have to do Be Right Back stuff during that, or do it off camera, because whenever I do female V, she always ends up with what's her name? Judy, yeah, Judy. And then male V ends up with what's her name? Pan Am.
Target neutralized.
And those scenes are pretty graphic. Okay, so there's no bonus quest, so let's continue on. I love when there's no bonus quest to do. So we can just skip over these idiots. That's what sucks, is that they have these elevators in the game. It's like, thanks. My first character I played through, I was in an area and I went down the elevator and I was like, I didn't know it was there, and I fell down the shaft and died. I'm like, yeah, that's nice. Thanks, BioWare. Stealthy, stealthy. You can see my eyeballs and my mouth. That's weird. I know it's just a graphics thing, but I think we're gonna have to murder these people in order they don't do anything else. He died anyways, loser! I love this invisibility stuff. He bled out. Alright.
You're from the Republic. Watch out. There's a huge alien guarding us, and... Ah, there it is! Run for it!
I would say creature, not alien, but whatever. Gintan Strider.
On your feet.
Shoot you in the face. Shoot you in the face. Just laugh it up, fuzzball.
Who are you? You took that thing down easy.
I'm the Punisher. Sorry about that, Thirsty.
What's your status? Any injuries?
We're pretty banged up, sir, but we'll live. We were
For
running
now.
our patrol route when these damn scavengers jumped us. I'm Ensign Tane, sir. I think it's a good thing you found us. The scavengers were gonna ship us off to some guy named Needles as soon as we healed up.
Needles? As in Ryler Dorn, the Havoc Squad medic?
I really don't know. Needles is all they ever called the guy. Figured it must be a code name, right?
Are you absolutely sure they said Needles?
Yes, I'm 100% sure. And I heard that...
Here they are. Cav, Goran, cover the exit. Vice, Marco, Tabba, see to these men's wounds.
Oh, great. Sergeant Dorn's here to make sure we get stomped according to regulation.
Report, Ensign. Did you learn anything about the enemy?
Yes, sir. Sergeant, sir. As I was just telling the lieutenant here, we were captured for some guy named Needles. And get this, there are Imperials here, on Terrace. They're working with this Needles guy in a hidden base out in the swamps.
Sounds like you overheard quite a bit.
Yes, sir, Lieutenant. The scavengers were pretty sloppy about talking in front of us.
Idiots.
So, are you excited, Dorn? You finally have the chance to correct your old buddy's paperwork again.
That attitude's getting you nowhere fast.
Yes, sir, Lieutenant. Sorry, sir.
Many of the local troops feel that my adherence to regulations is a result of my upbringing, Lieutenant. I was born Imperial.
No!
However, after 2 years' service in the Imperial military, I defected. Given my extensive knowledge and training, I was awarded this position under Service Code 37R.
What made you change sides?
The Imperials regularly violated their own stated regulations and intentions without cause. I refused to participate. We can discuss non-mission critical issues later. My team and I will get these men back to base, Lieutenant. You proceed with your mission against Needles and his Imperial installation.
I'll make sure everyone involved pays the price.
This right now should catch the Imperials by surprise. Good luck, Lieutenant.
Woohoo! Okay. Back to base. Oh, that's the senator's wife that you re-rescued at the previous mission.
Reminder, mechanized travel is for official business only.
No. But, you know, to each your own on anybody who wants to hook up with any companion. Going back to the companion thing, it doesn't really matter. Whichever character you like the most, just, you know, hook up with them. And I don't mind if you do man on man, woman on woman, or man or woman. Just do whatever you feels best. I've always kind of wondered what would happen if you have a male character fall in love with Theron, and when Theron betrays everybody, how that would affect your relationship with him. Or if you're a female companion or female character, and you fall in love with Theron on the Republic side, and he betrays you later in the Nephilim conspiracy. How would that make your character feel about that? You know, you're breaking my heart. I've never really created a character specifically designed to fall in love with Theron. Strangely enough. I think we're really close to the end of this level, honestly. Because it's not much. This area, the Republic Trooper does not spend a lot of time on Terrace, if I remember correctly. Of all the characters that spend the least amount of time, I believe this is like the last one, and that's it. The Jedi has to run around and do goofy errands and so forth. That must be a side quest. I don't know. I don't foresee us doing any much over here. We just have to get through the Imperials, and then that's it. Needles, I believe, is beyond these walls. It'll be up there. But the Jedi spends a lot of time. The Smuggler spends a lot of time. It's the Connoisseur. I believe she spends a lot of time. Oh yeah, she does spend a few times around here because she's trying to rescue Jedi that have been affected by a dark Sith curse. Let's see. Straight ahead. Terrace doesn't look so good in Knights of the Old Republic. You don't get to see much, and the old Sith or the old Sith Empire armor looks so weird. It looks like a Mandalorian armor. Everybody's like in this like weird silver stuff.
Chalk up another kill.
Sucks to be you. 23? Jesus, forever away. What's that? Brutal shots do additional weapon damage. Kills a target. That would be actually better. Ooh. That one's also a good one too. Brutal Return, I believe, is the one I usually go for. Because it basically allows you to keep shooting them. Not until tomorrow. Tomorrow that resets again. And eventually at some point we'll get to people that can see us. Or they'll have probes that can see us. Oh, he's right over there. That's right. Nope, this isn't the end. This is close to the end. That's right. This is where we deliver some good old-fashioned punishment. I gotta kill 3 more groups here. Or 3 more mobs. Yeah, I wish these had a longer range, so that you didn't have to move so much. But then again, it would defeat the purpose of doing that. Okay. Move. Oh yeah, we gotta kill these droids too. Shoot. Should have seen that coming, but I guess I biffed that one. It don't matter. Anyways, here we go.
Looking for Needles, are you? I'm afraid he's long gone, my friend.
Tell me where Needles went and you might live.
I'll need more of a guarantee than that, I think. I'll tell you everything you need to know about Needles. But in exchange, you have to let me go.
You aren't going anywhere.
You and I are both soldiers, yes? Coincidence makes us enemies, but that's no reason we can't come to an honorable agreement. It's simple. Let me live, and I will tell you everything. Kill me, and you'll learn nothing.
Come in, Lieutenant. This is Sergeant Dawn. Do not trust this man. I served with him in the Empire. His name is Thoris.
What? Who's that? Who are you talking to? Dawn, is that you?
Thoris is a mass murderer, Lieutenant, a war criminal.
A mass murderer, huh?
During my time in Imperial service, Thoris ordered the executions of hundreds of civilian non-combatants and full-scale bombings of unarmed populations. Furthermore, these actions were committed in circumvention of direct orders from Imperial command.
I am a soldier. I do what I must to achieve my objectives, just like you, Lieutenant.
I don't kill civilians, you imp scum.
Maybe I have.
Listen, I'll tell you everything. Everything I know. Needles is doing experiments on the Rakghouls. He wants to understand the disease, to turn it into a weapon. He left here a few hours ago. He said he was visiting some friends in the ruptured sewer system to get more samples.
I was expecting a lot more.
That's everything. That's all I know. I've given you what you wanted. Now what about me?
Welcome to your execution, pal.
No! This isn't fair.
The discussion ends now.
I'll meet you back in the SAR office, Lieutenant. Dawn out.
Shoot him! That was weak sauce. That's not justice. That's punishment. Okay, where is she there? Here. Sometimes they make you go back to the starting area for whatever reason. We'll finish up with this storyline today and getting, yep, that's what I thought. Getting Needles taken care of. And then we'll come and tomorrow do, we'll get to meet Suresh. Work with her and, yeah. Understand why you'll be infuriated by her. Her quests are just, ugh. I don't think she comes with you, Dorn, till
Good
we're
work
done.
with Thoris, Lieutenant. War criminals do not deserve the opportunity to strike deals. Lab results confirmed Thoris's account. Needles has almost completed a weaponized strain of Rakghoul disease. However, the data makes no mention of Needles' friends in the ruins of the transport system.
Needles probably has another whole outpost loaded with imps out there.
Unlikely. Thoris would have been aware of another Imperial team operating so close by. Available intelligence doesn't show any populations in the ruins of the transport system, but scans of the area have been cursory at best. Rakghouls infest the area, making scouting by foot inordinately difficult. However, one traversable route has been located.
I don't see how that helps.
If the route we've located is the only one available, then the odds are good that you'll find Needles somewhere in the area. I apologize for the lack of intelligence, Lieutenant. This ruined transport station is our only lead to Needles' location. I would encourage you to stock up on supplies and munitions before entering the area. Good luck.
Good thing I got all these pockets. Alright, I believe it's up this close to this way, if I'm not mistaken. It's the tunnel that everybody ends up at some point. The rat ghoul tunnels. It's always the rat ghoul tunnels. I believe... Dang it! This button needs to disappear. I hate when I actually... That was actually like back in the day when they had the... so back in the day, Star Wars had a... Or the Old Republic had a light side, dark side option where whatever you did for kills or enemies, whatever, it would give you points in the dark side or light side, depending on how you focus. And sometimes I would accidentally push the light or dark side when that's what I wasn't really going for. And you'd be like, why am I getting light side points? Oh, oops. And then they got rid of that system, and now it's a lot difficult to get back down the dark and light side. You can stay, you know, dark or light, but it requires you to do a lot of work to get down there. So if you're a light side person, you want to go dark side, good luck. You got to do a lot of questing and crap just to get further and further down the list. I really didn't care for that part of one of their previous updates. I believe it was patch 6 or something like that.
Report your ailments.
But that was one of the things I thought was the most annoying, was that they got rid of the whole...
You are fit for duty.
Anytime
Return to your post.
anytime you murder some or kill somebody or mob or whatever, you get light or dark points. I'll just fly through this. Oh gosh darn it, it's the one at the end. This is gonna take a while. Okay, so we'll end the mission today, or the stream today, once we get Laura Dune on our quest. Laura Dune. That's like the cookies, right? Doran. Whatever. ED. Let's call her ED! ED is gonna help us out here. How is ED gonna help? Oh, I hate these tunnels. There's some side quests in here too. It sucks when you're not stealth based and you have to go fight every mob along the way here. I just know at some point whenever you're on Terrace, doesn't matter what class you're playing, whenever you're on Terrace, you will end up here. Oh my god, is it Ahsoka Tano look-alike? Burning out the blue lightsabers, huh? I have an Ahsoka Tano too, but she goes by her name in the books. And it was mentioned, so the name's canon, Ashla. She goes by the name Ashla in her book Ahsoka. And that was the only thing they kept remotely accurate to Ahsoka Tano's story in Tales of the Jedi. Which she's not a Jedi, so I don't know how that works out. But anyways, but the situation on her story, they chopped the hell out of that, which frustrates me a little bit. I'm like, it really? I was hoping that would be her live action movie, was just going to be her book on paper. Just live action version of it, because it is kind of slow in that it's not really exciting because she works on a farm and everything, but she comes to build her lightsaber by getting spare parts. Like the Force calls her to grab these items, and at some point she fights the Grand Inquisitor. I don't know if he looked like, I think that's what he looked like in the books, I don't know, or not one of the Grand Inquisitor, but one of the Inquisitors, and she fights him. And it's a pretty epic fight. Or not real, no, it's not really an epic fight at all. It's probably one of the lamest fights. So he tries to attack her. She uses the Force to basically touch his blades, and she tells him let it go, and he doesn't, and it just explodes in his hands, and the kyber crystals fall to the ground. She picks them up, and she's like, wow, I think this is what I needed to build a lightsaber. And then she heals them, and that's where they turn white. So a white kyber crystal in Star Wars lore is a red color crystal that was been healed by somebody who was strong in the Force. And Ahsoka was a lot stronger in the Force than they lead her on to be in the books and crap. I mean, in the way she's portrayed. And it's kind of disappointing, but oh well. But that's how she gets her white lightsabers you see in Rebels. They don't tell that in Rebels how she got a hold of them, but the book does tell it. But Filoni doesn't really explain too much in his retelling of the Ahsoka book, which is why I got some fans rightly upset. I mean, it upsetted me too a little bit. I'm like, but that's not what happened. There's a lot of bad things that happened. Like Ahsoka's trying to lead a double life here, in that she runs back to other planets. There's this farming community that she hides with after Order 66, and she ends up running she runs with this family for a while, and she realizes one of the kids is force sensitive. So obviously the Empire is looking for any force sensitives regardless of what's going on, and at some point she ends up leaving the family because for safety reasons, because they know she could also be a Jedi. And she goes to she ends up on this farming settlement, and she works with the farmers there, and at some point the Empire shows up. I don't remember why that happened. I didn't do anything like that. That was weird. But she basically trying to think here. They show up, they invade the place, and she has to defend them. And along the way, she builds her lightsaber. But that's the whole story about Ahsoka and her lightsaber, how she got them before Rebels, which I get Rebels, but I don't like Rebels.
On your feet.
It's not. It's the kid. The kid really ruins the show for me. I don't remember his name. I know he's important, but I honestly don't care because I couldn't stand the kid. He was the most annoying Jedi wannabe ever. I know it's supposed to be, hey, he's supposed to start the rebels and crap, and I'm like, yeah, this kid's annoying. There's no redeeming qualities for him. All he complains about, he stopped Thrawn by taking him to hyperspace with the whales, which was a dumb ending for a smart character like that. It's like, I know he comes back, and he's hinted at in The Mandalorian Season 2, but he'll be featured possibly in the Ahsoka show. We'll see. What's up, Needs?
So congratulations to you, Ensign Sarvin, on your noble sacrifice.
Dr. Venter, no!
It's all right. No, wait, sir, no!
Exquisite. I'll be requiring more Rakghouls for my work, Borzoth.
We already gave you the Rakghouls you asked for. When will you do as we asked?
As soon as the weapon is completed. With it, we will decimate the Republic outpost.
I smell an intruder.
That sounds like David
So you
Lucas.
do. Sergeant, is that really you?
I've moved up in the world since you last saw me.
So I see. You've slaughtered enough Republic enemies to be rewarded, then. Well done. I see you aren't alone. You brought that pathetic worm all the way from Ord Mantell, just to die along with you.
Talk all you want, Doran. You're not getting out of here
Hands
alive.
clipping through the gun! Your timing is impeccable. Just as I find myself with plenty of pathogen but no more test subjects, you arrive. The transformation will hurt at first, but that's merely your organs rupturing and realigning. It's all over quickly, I assure you.
It's nice of you to offer, but I think I'll pass.
Struggle if you must, then, but you'll wish you hadn't made it so hard on yourself.
Phrasing.
Borzoth, please assist me in subduing our newest volunteer.
With pleasure.
This battle isn't won yet.
Take them.
Poor Needles. Alright.
Looks like more samples of Needle's weaponized Rakghoul disease. What should we do with them?
The General will want these samples.
I don't know why that's a dark side choice.
Just be careful with those things.
I honestly don't know why
It's
that's a
about
dark
time we
side
got out of here,
choice.
Lieutenant. We'll follow your lead.
Alright. To me, it's like, why is that a dark side choice? I guess it's because it's evil? Because we could weaponize it against the Empire? I guess that's an evil choice. Anything for the name of freedom! Ah, yeah. Freedom costs $1.05. This has definitely been one of the most lively streams I've ever done. Not a lot of people play this game or watch people play this game, especially when I'm picking the most unpopular class in the whole game in terms of story and characters. But that's why we're doing it, because somebody's got to go through this mess. I am a true Star Wars The Old Republic fan. I will sample all the stuff, even the bad stuff. Why? Because I love Star Wars.
Welcome back, Lieutenant. Congratulations on the success of your mission.
I couldn't have pulled off this mission without you, Sergeant.
I was only following orders, Lieutenant. General Garza attempted to contact you a few moments ago. I took the liberty of briefing her on your mission status.
Thank you very much.
The General requested that you contact her before departing Taris. The holocom in the next room has been prepared for your use.
I'll contact her right away.
Congratulations once again, Lieutenant.
Serpentine!
Ah, greetings, Lieutenant. I understand congratulations are in order.
Needles is neutralized, General.
You've done very well. Needles was a brilliant man. Taking him down was no small feat. I haven't informed Cardin yet, but I doubt he'll be upset. He and Needles never did see eye to eye.
Needles was insane. I doubt anyone saw eye to eye with him.
And yet, Tavis never had any problems with Needles. Perhaps that should have been my first warning. And there's something else, Lieutenant. Tell me, what do you think of Sergeant Dorn?
You can't stand her.
Sergeant Dorn helped me when no one else would, General.
Yes, your reception on Taris wasn't ideal. I'm glad you managed to find the one useful officer in the entire outpost.
Yep.
I looked over her service record. Impressive stuff, I must say. Were you aware that Dorn served with the Imperial military for almost 2 years, Lieutenant?
She told me she grew up in the Empire.
Yes, the accent is a dead giveaway. Pure Droman Kos.
That's racist.
Sergeant Dorn earned more commendations in her 2 years of Imperial service than most soldiers earn in 10. Since joining the Republic, she's earned 2 Medals of Valor, both for rescuing wounded soldiers under fire in enemy territory. This woman has led an exceptional
gorgeous.
career.
I don't... Oh, God. Oh.
Someone with Sergeant Dorn's skills would make a great addition to my squad.
I agree. Sergeant Dorn is Havoc Squad material without question.
Oh, God.
It's settled then. Congratulations, Lieutenant. You're halfway to a full squad. I'll contact Colonel Gaff to notify him about the transfer. You should go and inform Sergeant Dorn yourself, Lieutenant. Contact me from your ship when you're finished. Garza out.
I'm drifting away from the dark side. I really should be being a little bit more snarky. I don't know. It's a force of habit when I'm playing the Republic side to try to do the good side, and it's just really difficult. Sometimes I can pull it off.
Lieutenant, sir? Is there something else I can do for you?
In bed.
Consider this your official invitation to Havoc Squad, Sergeant Dorn.
Lieutenant, this is the greatest honor of my career. I'm speechless.
Don't get too excited, Sergeant. It's not as impressive as it's made out to be.
Sergeant Dawn, reporting for duty, Lieutenant. I'll prepare my Regulation 6 personnel transfer documents at once.
Assemble your kit and embark on my ship, double time.
I'll gather my personal effects and meet you on board your ship, Lieutenant. Thank you.
Every time I see you return from a mission, I thank the Maker I wasn't designed for combat.
Well, say that. You always have something snarky to say, don't you? See to it. Alright. Let's go see what everybody wants.
Lieutenant, I assume Sergeant Dorn took the news well?
Better than I did,
Sergeant
at
Dorn is
least.
honored to be in Havoc Squad.
Excellent. We'll have the squad fully restaffed in no time. One other detail. Were you able to retrieve a sample of the weaponized rat ghoul disease that Needles was developing?
Enjoy your horrifying biological weapon, General.
Research purposes only, I assure you. Just leave it in the secured case beneath the holocommunicator. I'll see it reaches the right people. That's all for now, Lieutenant. Congratulations once again. Garza out.
Pretty simple, huh? Yay, 22. That means we get more armor upgrades. Let's go chat with the people, and then we'll call it good for today.
Inventory report, sir. Food and medical supplies all look good, but our munitions are getting low. Thought we'd have enough to last us a year. Already requisitioned command for more. Guess I shouldn't be too surprised. See more action in one day with Havoc than you see in a month with the Deadeyes.
There's a lot of demand for a unit of our caliber.
We mainly ran decapitation strikes. Neutralized enemy commanders before a Republic offensive. Left the opposition leaderless, disorganized. Sometimes, we'd camp outside the enemy's base for weeks, waiting for a clear shot. Eventually, we'd hit our target, pull out, let the ground pounders mop up.
You must have chalked up quite a kill count.
Over 24 confirmed. Eventually, I was offered a promotion and a post on Ord Mantell. I took it. Smart move career-wise. More men, more responsibility. But I wasn't interested in fighting separatists.
Must have been an awkward transition.
One day I'm picking off Imperial brass, the next I'm pacifying mobs of angry Seps. After my transfer, command of the Deadeyes fell to my XO, Torv. Smart kid. A little green, but the potential was there.
If he learned from you, I'm sure he's a fine officer.
Only so much a person can be taught about leadership. You've either got what it takes, or you don't.
True that.
Come to think of it, I haven't been in contact with the Deadeyes for a while. I should find out where they're stationed. Catch up.
Yeah, that's not good. Oh, we'll find out, and it's not fun.
Sir, you should know. General Vander contacted me. Said he'd talk it over with the brass and finagled a way to get me back on Ord Mantell. Offered me my old post, a promotion and command of their operations there. Pretty sweet deal overall.
I hope you turned him down. You're a part of Havoc Squad now.
You think I'd head back to some backwater planet like Ord Mantell?
Never know.
Fact is, I've been hitting the Empire harder than ever since I joined Havoc Squad. I didn't enlist to win medals or promotions. I enlisted to protect the Republic, to prove my people have a place here.
Glad you're finally warming up to your assignment.
It's growing on me.
We already lost one home to the Mandalorians. I'm not about to let the Empire take another.
Dun dun dun. Oh, he'll find out what happens to his squad. Usually your first companion, excluding, hang on. Legacy. So your first companion will always have something to do with them. You'll have side missions to go on. The only exception to the rule is T-701. Kira takes that role. Everybody else has like a starting mission to go on or side missions that you'll have to do along the way. And it's just how they rolled it in the game, which is, I guess, fine. there's our new companion here.
Sir, my equipment and personal effects have been stowed in full accordance with Transport Code Section 2. If I may say so again, sir, it is truly an honor to be selected for Havoc Squad.
How should we do it now?
Clearly our first assignment should be a welcome party.
I appreciate the sentiment, but I have a great deal of intelligence to catch up on. I intend to begin reviewing and memorizing all relevant dossiers and intelligence reports on our assignment immediately. If I discover any points of confusion or areas where I believe I can contribute, I'll submit a full 587B report.
Carry on, Dorn.
Yes, sir. Excuse me, sir. May I have a moment of your
Interesting,
time?
that music.
I've always got time for you, Alara.
Thank you, sir. As a condition of my service in the Republic military, Personnel Division requires that I report regularly on my activities. However, my Havoc Squad missions are classified and cannot be shared with Personnel Division. I'd like to ask if you would vouch for me when I report in.
I'll be happy to help.
Thank you very much, sir. We should use the ship's secure line.
Okay.
Captain Kalor, this is Alara Dawn, personnel number 22795, reporting in per Regulation 449.
Please, Alara, you don't have to give me the full rundown every time. I know who you are. How are things?
Well enough, sir. Allow me to introduce you to the commander of Havoc Squad, my new CO. Sir, this is Captain Kalor, Army Personnel Division.
Let's get this over with.
Good to meet you, Captain.
Pleasure's mine. Meeting you is a real honor.
Is it?
Tell me about being in the top squad in the Republic, Alara. You must be keeping very busy.
I'm sorry, Captain, but you aren't authorized to know about Havoc Squad's activities. My CO will have to vouch for me from now on.
What? Alara, I don't want to be a hard case, but rules are rules. This top secret junk won't fly.
All Havoc Squad activities are highly classified, Captain. I'm sorry for any inconvenience.
Inconvenience. Just carry on, Alara. We'll talk about this after I've had a word with my superiors. Kalor out.
Kalor's kind of a dick.
I wasn't expecting him to react so strongly. Surely he didn't expect me to report on classified information.
Protecting classified information is a top priority.
Yes, sir. I'm surprised the captain didn't agree. If you'll excuse me, sir, I have several matters to attend to. Thank you for your time.
I got a gun to clean real slowly. I mean, anyways, yeah, that's it for today. We'll be continuing tomorrow afternoon, same time, doing a little bit more of the Trooper storyline, where we will head to Nar Shaddaa. Hopefully. Well, no, actually, we'll finish up with Terrace, and we'll do the side quests with Suresh, so you can understand how her character is and how she actually wants real badly to get off Terrace. So it's a little backstory that you don't get if you don't play on the Republic side and you don't do her side quests. But until then, all you Sith Lords, Darths, Acolytes, and Apprentices, remember, the Force will serve you well.